Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Today we are going to learn how to make fi'l mudari majzoom. In the last session, we learned that how we can make a fi'l mudari into a mansoob form. So today we are going to learn how we are going to make it majzoom. So let's begin. As we have learned the rules for making the fi'l mudari into light or mansoob form, so there are rules for making fi'l mudari lightest in the majzoom form as well. So let's see what are they. The first one is if it ends in a dhamma, change it to a sukoon. So here we know about a pronoun chart, the huwa, huma, hum, and hiya, huma, hunna. So in that chart, you know there are different sigas, and there are some sigas which have the dhamma in the end. So if we are going to make the fi'l mudari into the lightest or the majzoom form, we are going to change that dhamma into a sukoon. The next rule is if it ends in a noon, drop the noon. And the last one is the hunna and antunna forms always remain the same, as we have already knew about it, that the hunna and the antunna forms will always remain the same. So let's see the chart. We know that the fi'l mudari ma'loom marfu chart is huwa yaf'alu, huma yaf'alani, hum yaf'aluna, hiya tafalu, huma taf'alani, hunna yaf'alna, anta tafalu, antuma taf'alani, antum taf'aluna, anti taf'alina, antuma taf'alani, antunna taf'alna, ana af'alu, nahnu naf'alu. So here we can see there are some words which are ending with the dhamma. There are some words which are ending with the noon. And here are hunna and antunna versions which we are not going to touch. And they will remain the same. So for making the fi'l mudari into majzoom form, we are going to, the first rule is change the dhamma. All the words which ends with the dhamma, we are going to put the sukoon. And here you can see the huwa version, yafalu, hiya tafalu, and then ana afalu, anta tafalu, and then nahnu nafalu. So here they are 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 that are ending with a dhamma. So we are going to change it with the sukoon. Fi'l mudari ma'loom majzoom form. And the noon is going to be dropped. And hunna and antunna versions will remain the same. And this is the fi'l mudari ma'loom marfuja. And you know that what is ma'loom? When the doer is known. And majhul is when we do not know the file. So here, let's see the fi'l mudari ma'loom mansoob charts. We know that there were 3 rules again for the fi'l mudari mansoob, that the dhamma will change into the fatha, the noon is going to be dropped, and the hunna and andunna versions will remain the same. Now here is the chart for fi'l mudari ma'loom majzoom. We learned the 3 rules for fi'l mudari ma'loom majzoom. So let's apply to them. We know that the first rule was if you see a dhamma, change it into a sukoon. Huwa yaf'al. Alright, so here this is our pronoun chart. Here, huwa yaf'alu will be changed into huwa yaf'al. The last letter will get a sukoon. Huma yaf'alani will change into huma yaf'ala. Noon is going to be dropped. Hum yaf'aluna, hum yaf'alu. The majzoom form. We are going to drop the noon. Hiya taf'al. Hiya taf'alu will be changed into hiya taf'al. Here it will get a sukoon. Huma taf'alani, huma taf'ala. Hunna yaf'alna, hunna yaf'alna. The hunna and antunna versions, the sighas, will not change their forms. Anta tafal, you know that here again the dhamma will get a sukoon. This dhamma will be dropped and we will get a sukoon for fi'l mudari ma'loom majzoom. Antuma taf'alani, noon is going to be dropped. Antuma taf'ala. Antum taf'alu, here you know that this again noon is dropped. Anti taf'ali, antuma taf'ala, antunna taf'alna. Again, it will remain the same. Ana af'al, nahnu naf'al. Alright, so this is the fi'l mudari majzoom form. Here are some points to remember that we know that illa lamma wal falli, there are some the adat jazm that change the fi'l mudari into majzoom form. So here there are some rules to remember. The adat, you know that the adat jazm in can sometimes affect to fail and gives an if then meaning. Inshallah, we are going to see it when we are going to do the example. The next point to remember is lam gives a past tense meaning did not, despite the fact that it comes only before faili mudari. Lam gives the past tense meaning did not. We know that it can only come with the faili mudari, but the meaning will change into a past tense. Then we have lamma, and lamma can come before a fail madi. It will come with fail mudari. It can come with fail mudari and fail madi, but when it is going to come with a fail madi, in this case, it means when and has no effect on the fail. Means the fail will not change its form. It will remain in the state of Dhamma, or in the it will have a noon, and we are not going to apply those rules of making the faili mudari majzoom for faili madi if it is preceded by lamma. So there are some rules and there are some more rules inshallah we are going to learn, but for these three important rules you are going to remember in lam and lamma, that in can sometimes affect to fail, and we'll inshallah see the examples. And it can be there will be a shart in which the two fails will be affected. For lam gives a past tense meaning did not, and it only comes with the faili mudari, and lamma can come with faili madi, but it is not going to affect faili madi, and it will not going to change its form, because we know that faili madi is always mabni, and there are three states for that as well. So when with lamma, faili madi will have the meaning of when, and with lam, the past tense meaning will fail mudari will get the past tense meaning of did not. So let's see the examples from the Quran. The first example is am lam tunzirhum la yu'minun. Whether you warn them or do not warn them, they will not believe. Lam tunzir. Here you can see here that it is getting a sukoon here. Lam tunze, because it is preceded by a harf of jazm, the faili mudari is getting a sukoon. Tunzir. Alright? So here, let's see the next example. Wala talbisu al-haqqa bil-batili, and do not mix the truth with falsehood. Here, talbisuna, here you know that this is adatul jazm, and we are going to drop the noon. La talbisu, and do not mix the truth with falsehood. Next example is lamma yazuku azabi. They have not yet tested my punishment. Lamma yazuku. Yazukuna, here we apply the rule for the faili mudari majzoom, because it is preceded by lamma, the harf of jazm, we are going to drop the noon. Lamma yazuku. Lamma yazuku. Azabi. Here you know that my punishment, and you know that what is this my coming from? We know that here this is ya mukhataba, that is drop this is ya mutakallim, that is dropped here. My punishment. وَأَنَّهُ لَمَّا قَامَ عَبْدُ اللَّهِ, and that when the servant of Allah stood up supplicating him. لَمَّا قَامَ. لَمَّا قَامَ. Here you can see this is the past tense, فعل ماضي, and it is not affected by lamma. As we learned that there, that lamma can come before a fi'l madi, but it has no effect on fi'l. It will not affect the fi'l. So here you can see kama will remain in its original form because it is mabni al-fatha. Lamma kama mabni al-fath, and that when the servant of Allah stood up, and this is, you can see, it is the past tense. So here these are the examples. We can see that all the words, the fi'l mudari, are this change their forms. This is changed into sukoon. Here the noon is dropped when we have applied or given them the the adat al-jazm. Alhamdulillah. So I'll see you in the next video. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.